Good morning, everyone. My name's Chris, and my partner Andy will be joining me here shortly, but he'll come in a little bit down the road. So, wanted to tell you guys the story of one of Grand Lake's newest companies that we're running over in St. Mary's. So, what the heck is Boatbusters other than a name that I thought of while watching Mythbusters? It's a YouTube channel that I started 2 years ago. There you're going to find videos of myself and Andy restoring boats and fixing outboards. We are currently the fastest growing marine channel on YouTube. We have over 265,000 subscribers. So I'm getting some looks. So what is YouTube? Just in case. As a member of Generation Z, I like to think that everyone's at least heard of it by now, but just in case, I figured I'd throw a slide in. It's a social media, it's an online website platform where you can both create and post as well as watch videos of pretty much anything you want. YouTube kind of turned the traditional TV entertainment industry upside down. See, back in the day, if you wanted to be on TV, you kind of had to be an actor or an actress and be in a movie or on a TV show set. YouTube kind of gave people, anyone that had a camera and an internet access, the ability to be on TV. This was also really great for viewers because it gave everyone a huge new source of entertainment and education. So what videos do we make? We restore boats. We repair outboards, we teach you how to do both, and we also come at it from an angle of flipping and making money. Some people might not be fond of flippers, right? There's house flippers and car flippers. Some of you guys have probably done it at some point in your life on something. But I've been doing that for my entire adult life, is buying boats, outboards, fixing them, reselling them for profit. Was able to pay off my student loans by doing that, which is great. So it's and go Bobcats. I'm doing my bachelor's from OU if there's any Bobcats in here, but maybe not. What's that? Yeah, I don't think they have a good degree for boat building down there, but I do know a little bit about data analytics, if that interests you. So yeah, fun things. But yeah, so in short, Grand Lake's newest company is couple dudes in St. Mary's restoring boats, fixing old outboards, and filming a show that entertains millions of people. So how did this happen? I'll tell you the story from 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, I was 16, and I was with my buddies kind of doing whatever 16-year-olds do in the summertime, not at school, hanging out, doing whatever. And I saw this weird black engine in the bed of my friend's truck and had no idea what it was. And I was like, what is that? He told me it was a boat motor. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but you don't have a boat, so what's that doing here? And he goes, well, Grandpa was cleaning out the shed, and he kind of gave it to me, and he's like, you can sell it, you can keep it, do whatever. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. What are you going to do with it? He said he wanted to sell it. I asked what he wanted for it, and he said $100. And if you know anything about 16-year-olds, right, don't have a lot of money. I probably had $130 in my bank account at the time. So another thing about 16-year-olds is you don't make good financial decisions either. So I was like, sure, I'll give you all the money in my bank account for this engine that I know nothing about other than it looks kind of cool. So at that point, I was the proud owner of an old Mercury 110 Thunderbolt, which I have a feeling some of you guys have probably used once or twice. So what the heck am I going to do with this thing? I didn't have a boat to put it on. I don't know how to work on engines, but I did know that the first thing I need to do was figure out how to make it run. So I get on YouTube, get on Google, read some chat rooms, figure out how to start it. And thankfully, due to no efforts of my own, it just already ran perfectly. So I got it to run, but it still did not change the fact that it was useless without a boat, and I didn't have one. So I decided to sell it. So I looked up on Facebook Marketplace what kind of these things were going for, and they were selling for like 500, 600 bucks. And I was like, wow, that seems really crazy, because I only paid 100 bucks for this thing. But I took some photos and I listed it for $500, and it sold the very next day. So that's a $400 profit in a day for a 16-year-old who only had $100. So that was really cool. I think I made like 9 or 10 bucks at the time working whatever job high school kids work at. And so yeah, I like quadrupled my bank account overnight, which blew my mind, and I caught the bug. I was kind of hooked at that point on doing that. So I began to ask myself, I'm like, was this a one-off event? Was it because my friend didn't know what he had, gave me just a crazy deal? Is that the only reason I was able to make money here? Did I get lucky? Can I do it a second time, right? That's kind of the only thing on my mind. I was like, wow, what if I could go from that to $800 pretty quick? That'd be cool. So I gave it a try, and not only was I able to do this a second time, but I have been able to do it consistently for the last decade. Started with small engines, Johnson 99s, that kind of stuff. Worked my way up to little 12-foot aluminum boats, and then up to bow riders, center consoles, bass boats with big 175 horsepower engines, and the whole 9 yards. So that's where we're at now. That's kind of the progression. I am 100% self-taught in the form of marine mechanics. I still learn every day, but I like to say I'm a graduate of YouTube University. Some of you might also be graduates of YouTube University. YouTube's a really great place. They'll teach you how to do anything. Regardless, I began feeling confident enough to share my knowledge with other people online in 2024. So spring 2024 was a really important time in my life. Again, for myself, the flipping season kind of ramps up around March and April. It's when everyone's trying to buy boats. So I bought this bass boat. It was a Stratos 285 Pro from the 80s. That was my current project. And I just had a weird inkling. I don't know why. I loved YouTube. There wasn't many great channels on YouTube showing what I did and what I was interested in. So I went out and I spent $100 on a used GoPro. So it's just a little camera, SD card. Spent $100 on a camera, and I filmed everything I did on that project. Didn't have spark, so we diagnosed the no spark, cleaned it up, put new seats on it, everything you had to do, new bilge pump, the deal. So we did all that, and I filmed everything. And then I'm like, crap, I don't know how to edit video either. So you guess where I learned how to edit video. Taught myself how to do that, and then I posted my first ever YouTube video on April 1st of 2024. And YouTube videos get views forever, till the end of time, basically. And if you can see, my first ever video just passed 1 million views, like last month. So that was really cool to see. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So that was cool. So the video did take off, and at the time it had, 20, 30,000 views, but that was kind of all I needed to say, all right, there's something here. I worked 40 hours a week as a consultant, doing consulting work at a technology consulting firm, so I already had a busy day job. But then I spent 2 years of my life working all my waking hours growing this channel, basically. I'd put in at least 40 hours of work working on boats. I would work my regular 9 to 5. I would repair boats and outboards from 5 to 9, and then I would edit video till midnight, 1 a.m. pretty much every day for almost 2 years. So they were long days. I was really burning the candle at both ends here. But thankfully, we were able to get a lot of growth during that time. And here's some of the highlights of that period of growth. Here's some of my big accomplishments. So keep in mind, I'm on the hunt to make a name for myself on YouTube and do all sorts of crazy fun stuff. So what did we accomplish? I flipped an outboard and lost all my profits on one spin of roulette. So at the time, I'm like, this is big. I'll flip an outboard and I'll just go to the casino, and anything I make, I'll just throw it. I lost it all, but I got a few subscribers out of it. One of my worst ideas. I built a boat out of a children's sandbox and put an Evinrude on the back. One of my better ideas. So had the little tuggy sandbox that we fashioned into a boat, and I built a transom on it. Had fuel tank, Evinrude, the whole 9 yards. The steering did not function. Yes, sir.
Did you get it properly licensed to get on the water?
No. We had the drone up in the air. We did a scan for ODNR. I'm like, all right, we're good. Let's get this thing wet here. But we put that in on Hoover Reservoir in north side of Columbus, if anyone knows where that's at. But so that was fun. I turned a plastic pond boat into a center console and got in trouble with ODNR. As you can see, the fun police, that was them writing me a ticket for that one. But all jokes aside, I restored a bunch of boats. I fixed a lot of outboards. When you hit 100,000 subscribers, YouTube sends you a cool little silver plaque with your channel name engraved on it. So we got that. So that was a really cool accomplishment.
No money.
Yeah, they don't send you a check, unfortunately. So now during this time, I'm doing my thing. I'm growing my channel. I'm not really thinking about anything bigger than doing my thing, filming videos, posting them, and just keep doing what I've been doing. I'm not thinking about anything else until one day I get an email from a Mr. Andrew Vogel, and it just says business opportunity. So who wouldn't be intrigued by that, right? But you can see he's kind of buttering me up here, talking about how much he loves my videos. And long story short, I completely ignored him. So I did not answer that email. But thankfully, 3 weeks later, he followed up, and I'm like, all right, I'll just get on a call with this guy, see what he's got to say. You know, worst case scenario, I say no, whatever. So we get on a call, and we actually had a really great conversation. He told me he was down in Florida. I actually lived in St. Mary's, Ohio, which, I'll be honest, I didn't know where it was at. I never heard of it. Never heard of Grand Lake, never heard of St. Mary's. But I'm like, okay, at least you're in Ohio, same state as me, so we can meet up and talk business or whatever. So this was his idea. He called it Boat Buys. It was a digital community, basically, that you can join with your phone, on your computer. Basically, to not dumb it down, but in a nutshell, it's like a big group chat, almost. So basically, and here's what people that joined could get. You could get help fixing your outboard and your boat from a real licensed marine mechanic. So a lot of people, can't afford to take their boat to the shop. They want a DIY, but it'd be a nice personalized experience to actually be able to take pictures, get hands-on help with repairing stuff from a real mechanic. So that was the main bid, but also we both like to buy and repair and resell, and we're flippers, if you may. So that was the other angle, was since you're in there, if you're interested in learning how to, make money flipping and learning how to work on these old engines and want to make money doing that, we can also, give you tips and show you how to do that as well. So it was kind of an all-in-one pitch, all-in-one community, one monthly subscription you could cancel at any time, and so yeah, it would be, a network of like-minded people that were into outboards, boats, flipping, and also a place to get repair help. So that was his idea, and I'll let Andy tell you a little bit more about it. So, here's Andrew Vogel.
Thanks for having us out today. And yeah, me and Chris didn't know each other up until, September is when we first met each other. We were doing business for about 3 months prior to that. And so we've been running this community for about a year now. We started June 1st of 2025. So last Monday was our 1-year anniversary. We've got around 200 active users at the moment. We kind of bounce back and forth from 150 to 200. We've had users from 10 different countries, almost every state in the United States. A lot of people just come in to get outboard repair help from our mechanic. We have an old-time mechanic, he's retired, and we pay him to sit on his laptop and spread his knowledge to anybody that needs it. So I counted up how many outboards we've troubleshooted. It was over 500, and then I quit counting. So we've helped quite a few people get on the water cheaper than paying a marina or a boat shop $120 an hour. So we began tracking people's flips late November, and the guys inside have made over $67,000. So that's pretty cool for them. So a little backstory on me. I was a 2020 Memorial graduate in St. Mary's. I worked at the Outdoorsman for about 3 years. Started when I was 16, left when I was 19. Went to a technical college in Sarasota, Florida for Marine Service Technology. Came home, worked for the late great Al Post, if you guys know who that is. He pretty much taught me everything I've known about the two-stroke outboard. So worked a little bit at Lakeshore Marina for a short summer, and then I was back down to Fort Lauderdale, and I brokered boats for 2 years down there, and had some buddies that made these communities in different spaces like trading and reselling sneakers and things like that. And I saw that there wasn't one for boating, and I needed to find someone that was able to market it, and that's where Chris came in. And yeah, the lease was ending from our place in Florida, and we started boat buys in June, so I ended up coming home in July. And fortunately enough, Chris made a video with a boat buys promotion, and that video, what's it at now, 3.4 million views or something incredible. And we did a promotion. After 2 weeks, we had to shut the promotion down and really figure out what we're going to do with this and kind of improve the product. So that's kind of what I've been working on the past year. And granted, we haven't met each other yet, so this video pops off, the group really starts to take off, and I'm washing my truck, and I see that a shop is for lease, and I send Chris a text message here, Boat Busters HQ ? Where's it at and how much? And we went, was it the same day we checked it out?
We went the same day.
Same day I shot him that message. He came up to St. Mary's from Springfield, and he came and checked it out, and that was the first time that we ever met. And took him to Boardwalk. He said, let's do it. And we were in there 3 days later, and that's where we operate now with our videos. I have a little office in there that I manage the boat buys community in. And yeah, that's where we're at now with all of that. And then do you want to do this goal and mission?
Yeah, so pretty straightforward mission and goal here that we've had for my whole life and since we've officially been in business together. We want to keep old boats and outboards alive and out of landfills. If you watch my channel, you will almost never see a 4-stroke on it. It's we deal with the 2-strokes mainly. I like 1970s through mid-1990s. That's kind of my sweet zone. So that's what we like to do. And of course, we got to make a little money flipping, but there's a lot of people out there who don't want to work on stuff. They don't want to restore a boat. They don't want to learn to fix an engine. They just want a more affordable way to get on the water. That's something we offer people. You know, you don't have to go to a dealer and get rinsed buying something brand new. We give people a very reliable and affordable path to enjoying the water with the things that we repair, restore, and resell. So more people can get access to the water. We train and educate people on how to work on their own engines, how to keep these old 2-strokes alive, you know, how to work on stuff that, if you can't plug a laptop into it, that's what we like to work on. So, and of course, you know, we've been fortunate enough to make some spare money using these really niche skills, and we like teaching people how to do that for themselves in their neck of the United States as well. So we've been doing all these things for years. And we're going to continue that mission right here in St. Mary's, Ohio. And my final note, like I said, I grew up in Johnstown, which is kind of northeast, 20 minutes northeast of Columbus. I'm not really a local to this area, but I've kind of really fallen in love with the place since I've landed here. So, of course, we're running our business down in St. Mary's right now, and I just want to let you all know I'm very committed. You know, anything the Lake Improvement Association needs going forward, I would always love to hear out any proposals and do what I can to be involved and help out this great community. So thank you guys so much for hearing our story today, and thanks for coming. Yeah. I'll open it up if anyone has questions.
So you still have your day job?
So I actually have been fortunate enough, the channel started making, covering what I made at my day job in February. So I was able to quit my job in February, so this is what I do full time now.
You do electrical work on boats? I'll tell you what, you do like YouTube with electrical boats, I'll be more confused than I was.
Yeah, so I do electrical on boats. What I don't do is residential wiring. So to me, and I got made fun of. I'm pretty good with low voltage DC stuff now. I got made fun of. Last I posted a video and I was installing some LED lights and it was black and white wires. And as a low voltage guy, to me, black is ground. And so I put black on ground and white on the positive. And all the guys were like, "Oh, you're an idiot," in the comments, like, in your house, it's white is, or black's always hot, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. But so yeah, I do wiring, and I have shocked myself a few times. And you also, exactly, you only have to learn one time. Andy can attest as well that no, you can't grab a spark plug boot while the engine's running with your bare hand. Learn that lesson once, and you'll never make that mistake again. So that's right. Yes, sir.
Where is the building at?
The building? We're right behind the Pro Shop Car Wash in St. Mary's. So there's just a little kind of pole barn back there, kind of behind the Outdoorsman, and that's where we do all our filming at now.
Almost straight across from our place.
Yeah. They're an equipment rental shop. Yep. That's right. So if you see us out there, you can feel free to stop and say hi.
I have multiple times. You guys are never open.
Oh, well, maybe. I guess we don't have official hours, but sometimes if I'm a little sleepy, I might sleep in and get here at noon. But I'm still catching up on sleep from that 2 years I spent building this thing. So So you don't get paid for subscribers. The way YouTube works is, if you've ever watched a YouTube video, you've probably had to suffer through like a 45-second commercial, and you got to watch an ad for a bubblegum company or whatever they're running ads for. So the way it works is, said bubblegum company pays YouTube, $5 to put their ad, and then YouTube pays the people that actually make the videos, $1 or $2. So I'm paid technically through those ads that run on the video. And I also get paid. Sometimes companies will want to send me something, like a propeller company will say, "Oh, hey, we'll send you our propeller, install it, review it. If you like it, give us a good shout out on the channel, link to our website, and we'll pay you this much money," or whatever. So those are kind of the two main ways that we make money doing this. But yes, we do get paid for views on the video. Views is what matters. Subscribers don't really matter. You can have 5 subscribers and still have a video kind of go crazy and get paid the same as you would with 500,000. So it's just when people like your stuff and you want it to show up on the screen when you first open the app, you can hit subscribe, and that way YouTube knows your favorite stuff will show up in front of people. So.
Are you planning on getting bigger, or are you like smaller atmosphere, or is it going to be a bigger future?
So that's a fun question to think about. To me, I don't see myself, going and doing all the crazy antics and stuff you need to do to go like outlandishly viral online. I don't see myself going down that road. I like what I do. I've never wanted to really be recognized either. I'm kind of a little more private person, so it's cool, once in a blue moon when you're at the fishing section in Walmart or something and someone's like, "Yeah, I think I've seen your videos." That's cool, but you don't want it to go any more than that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna stay on the path I'm on. I just like restoring boats. You know, I was doing it way before I ever thought about doing YouTube. I just love to do it. It's my hobby, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I'm sure it'll just continue to grow naturally of people who like that stuff. But I don't have plans to really go outside that current niche right now, if that makes sense.
If we put boat busters, we'll go to YouTube for channel, or how do we?
Yeah, yep. You can, if you just Google Boat Busters, just type it in, and then my channel will be the first thing that comes up. And if it's not, I'll have some copyright reports flying here soon. But just kidding. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Are you gonna have designated hours after the shop?
So.
Work at St. Mary's, so it's-
I know. So right now, I actually live in Springfield, which is a long ways away from here. I drive about an hour 20 every day one way, hour 20 back to get home. Thankfully, you know, we just had such a good situation going on with that shop. It was just in a great location right next to the lake. We got a pretty fair deal on it, so I'm making the sacrifice. You know, poor Andy here has to drive a whole 10 minutes, and I got to drive an hour 20. But so the thing we run into trouble with, though, is, you know, I come up here every day for 2 weeks while I'm restoring a boat. I get it done, and now I have just a massive pile of footage that I have to edit for the video. So, like, we just finished, I just lake tested an old bass boat that we finished restoring a couple days ago. So I've been at home the second half of this week, and I'll probably be home a couple days after, just editing and making sure the video gets posted. And then I'll be back here every day for the next one. So
So while you start, you need to reel it.
yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, it does sound like it.
Sell and buy.
That's right. So that's kind of, we don't have posted hours. So, you know, if you happen to be washing your car and you see the garage door open, you know, feel free to come say hi. But we also, you know, spread the word in town that we're not affiliated with the car wash too.
Yeah.
Because at
A lot of
least,
people come knocking and they're like, they're like, oh, you get 8.25 cents, and we're like, can't help it.
Yeah.
Here has a quarter though, if you want.
yeah, I just started keeping a jar of quarters by the door.
Just set it outside.
Every nice day. Here, you know, you took 25 cents. I'm like, look, man, it wasn't me. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now for the time being. But, last call. Questions? Any more? All right. Thank you guys so much.